Oh, I'm not saying nothing. Yeah, I wasn't talking. So I got a little SW1500. Use that, and we're in Bayside Yard here. Get up in the yard here and pick up some stuff. Take it over to Delta. I don't know if you got to see that video that Burr did for the OpSig. They recorded it. It was about switching and stuff in Bayside Yard and the Mukilteo turn and all that kind of stuff. And there was a lot of good info on that because Bob Stafford was on it, and he used to be a train master for BNSF, and he described a lot of that operation down there. And then there was a guy on that same video that I guess he wrote a couple books about all of the aircraft parts that get moved back and forth to Boeing from all over the country and whatnot. And he had a lot of description of this operations in here that was pretty interesting. So I've been trying to figure out how to recreate scenarios for some of those operations. I have a couple scenarios where we run up the hill to take stuff to Payne Field, and then there's all kinds of scenarios for switching and stuff here at the Bayside and Delta Yard. And I've been down here at Everett several times. There's always a lot of stuff going on down here at this little yard. Get down here where I can pick up some things and take them over to Delta. My dog's bothering me. Go, go, go. So there's some of the sky boxes that they haul up to the Boeing plant. I mean, train spotting's kind of fun. It's the excuse to slow down a little bit and watch trains go by. I used to ride, you know, and I was riding the motorcycle on the road a lot more. I would always take opportunities to find areas to watch trains while I'm taking a break from riding the motorcycle. People are too crazy now, though. I don't ride as much on the street anymore. All right, slow down. So, like on our model railroading, when you have momentum built in, you know, they're kind of hard to drive like that. And these things have a massive amount of momentum in them. So I've had several cases like approaching cars too fast and then just kind of smash into them because I couldn't slow down fast enough. So you really got to anticipate your stopping points. So switching forward, some throttle. Yeah, I like the momentum on my own locomotives. Like I said, a lot of people don't like it, but I do. It's more realistic, I think. But in this game, you can't turn it off, so it's like it's on all the time. And then you can damage couplers and stuff on this thing if you come up on stuff too fast and smash into it, or you could actually knock cars off the track. Get down here like I'm the car man or the brake man. Slow her down. Usually try to couple up at, you know, less than 2 miles an hour. All right. So we'll take these to the yard, Delta yard. You can also set the handbrakes on the cars on this too, because sometimes you have to drop cars off that might be on a grade. So if you decouple from them, they'll just roll away. So you have to set the handbrakes on them before you decouple. Yeah, it's a pretty big load. But it's flat ground here, I think, pretty much. So there's a feature on here where you can turn on. Let's see if I can turn this up a little bit. So this little sub menu down here, it tells you what the grade is, and then it tells you where the signals are at and how far away they are. And then if there's any track markers, it tells you how far away the track marker is and what the name of it is. And then if there's speed limit changes, it'll have a speed limit sign on this little mini map down here to tell you when your speed's changing, or speed limit's changing. And it has a coupling mode where it shows you your engine and then all the car numbers, and then whether the brakes are on or off for the cars, and then they're all obviously coupled here. But you can use this to couple, decouple, and turn hand brakes on and off. And the little windows here is the throttle, the reverser position, and then the braking application. Make sure I'm not screwed up here. Yep, I was screwed up. Tractor coming on here. There we go. Yep, that's good. So anyway, I don't know what do you think, like using this as a clinic, or more or less like just a live clinic without a whole lot of interaction other than the chat thing. You know, I can sit here and describe stuff, talk about, you know, operations or the history of the area, how the locomotive works or whatever. Try and make a little bit more focused, clinic type format, but it's active and you're driving through an area and doing stuff. It's kind of cool because it's got cars and stuff that move around. The grade crossings actually work. Yeah, I have to figure out how to, or just to make sure it's going to be stable. I think I just have to optimize what I have running in the background. Turn off everything and all other internet windows. So I guess Susan's on right now too. Anyway, turn off all the internet windows I got going on because I have a bunch of stuff still open in the background that might be taking up some resources. And I'm also running the game in a windowed view, but I can do it in full screen view. I just have to set the streaming program to accept full screen view. So I don't. That might help. I don't know, because I got a lot of stuff going on in the background with the chat room and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know if the new link is the same as the old link. Let me see. No, the new link is different than the old link. But I think if you just go to my channel, you can just click on it. The live, whatever's live streaming right now, you can just click on it. So the R Blake 3 channel. Yeah, so that's the same issue I have. If I go full screen and I can't see nothing else. So I have I'm in windowed mode, which I guess looks okay from your side. And then I can also see the chat room thing. Yeah, I think because I chopped it off and then restarted it, it just gave me a different link, but it's the same deal, or the same stream. So where am I at here? Okay, we're coming into the yard here now. I will say though that after running a lot of prototype routes on here, running trains is extremely boring, or it can be. So, like, as I've ran this whole route from, from Delta Yard all the way to Stevens Pass, and I just did it just to do it. And of course, my wife had to wake me up like 4 times. She's like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm just trying to make it to Stevens Pass." Your train's just running by itself. So here's all those bridges at Everett that you pass by on I-5. So this is where the Y is at. So if you would have went to the left, that would go up to Bellingham. The Bellingham route up that way. And then under the bridge here, and so I think that's Marine Drive maybe, and then the bridge ahead of us up here, I want to say that's I-5, or no, maybe I-5's further down. I really don't know from this perspective, actually. So now we're rolling into the north side of Delta Yard. And I think the main line is over here somewhere. Yeah. And then there's another loop that goes to So this loop over here, here's where the Everett station's at right here, this area. And then Delta Yard's way over here. So this is just one, it's like one big loop. And then this ends right here. That's the route that goes to Bellingham that way. And then this way continues on, and then it goes over Stevens Pass all the way to Wenatchee. That's his Wenatchee Yard over here. So you can do operations all over the place on this. Whatever you want to do. And there's some of those, so this also includes some of the Boeing fuselage cars. I don't think you would probably see these in Delta Yard, but since they had them, I put them on here. I'm still speeding. Yeah, so Cascade Tunnel. Cascade Tunnel is right here. So this is where, I think, what is that called? Scenic, this area, where the big siding's at. And then the actual tunnel starts right here, this area, and then about 7 miles of tunnel and pops out over here. And then, so Delta Yard, here's the terminal, engine terminal, service facility. Pre-populated a bunch of locos in here. I stuck a big boy in there just for fun. I can drive this thing. So this is a pretty old locomotive that was made along the game locomotives made a long time ago. There's a newer version of this. It has a lot more updates on it. It's much more realistic. This one's kind of got a lot to be desired here in the inside the cab. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it's completely representative of the actual big boy. The newer version, which I don't have, has every single knob and lever and everything inside of here. All right. So let me know in the email if everything looked like it was running smoothly, or how it looked, if it was stuttering at all, or anything like that. If it was all smooth, then I'll plan on trying to put together some kind of active clinic, I guess. And it would be on a certain subject. I'd come up with some examples of subjects we could cover instead of just roaming around like this, but actual, focus on an area or some prototype area, and maybe show operations over a certain portion of a route, like approaching Cascade Tunnel on this one, something like that. I got Cajon Pass, I got Sherman Hill, I've got the Feather River, Ketty Y area. So I have some fairly, big time routes that people might be interested in, or at least seeing what they look like from a different perspective. Yeah, so that's good to hear that everything's been working except for when it crashed. I don't know why it did that. Of course, I'll probably never figure it out, and everything will work great until I'm at a live clinic. Right? Isn't that how it always works? So I'm going to exit out of here. Exit. So if we go look at this, I have these weird I have narrow gauge routes also. I have some English routes and a couple German ones. So a lot of just different stuff. So I have I have the area at Pullman. The BNSF used to operate out there at Pullman between Moscow and Garfield, Pullman area. Cajon Pass. I got the Revelstoke area on the CP. I have some old time stuff like the like Cheyenne 1869, so old, 440 American locomotives. And I also have the Colorado and Southern up the Clear Creek from Golden up to Silver Plume. What else we got here? Donner Pass, I got that. Got a lot of English stuff, and I got Feather River, Ketty Y area, Horseshoe Curve, Pennsylvania Railroad, Marias Pass, Norfolk Southern Coal District, and I think it's Pennsylvania. Sacramento Northern, the electrified line between San Francisco and the ferry terminal out there. That's a fun one. Soldier Summit, that's DNRGW standard gauge. And then I got Stevens Pass, of course. Yeah, and then some more European stuff. So, a few things to check out. Yeah, lots of different locomotives to explore. Yeah, so the Cheyenne one, I have, like the big boy would run out there. I have a Challenger, a lot of Union Pacific humongous stuff. So I got the DD35 locomotive. What else we got? All kinds of UP stuff. I also have the turbine locomotives. So there's one of the G-tails right there. I actually have all three of the turbine Union Pacific locomotives. There's the 8,500 horsepower one, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll come up with some ideas and maybe do something in December or January, or maybe just do, on our off, like on an off week or something, just do a live stream. And instead of doing an actual on a clinic event, we can save our clinic events for clinicians, but I can do this live stream thing on a different day, kind of like what Ted was doing with his Arduino clinics. Just pick a different day that's kind of off schedule for about an hour, and I'll sit here and, the subject will be Union Pacific at Cheyenne or Sacramento Northern in Oakland, something like that. And then people can jump in and ask questions on the chat or whatever. And then I can describe what I'm doing and what, they're seeing on the screen. Oops. I'm just reading text there. Yep. So, thanks for checking it out. I'm going to go ahead and close everything out. And then I'll send, like I said, I'll send, if you got any ideas or anything else you want to see or think you want to see, just send me an email, and then I'll plan on putting something, at least an hour's worth of content together, sit on here for an hour or so, and run some trains for folks. Oh yeah, for next month we're supposed to be supposed to have Stathy. So Susan's got to give us the subject material that he's going to talk about. The hard part's already done. We got him lined up for our clinic. We just need to know what he's going to do. All right, I'm going to close this out now, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for signing on and, fuddling through with me.